Warning. This show contains content intended for adult audiences. The language is crass at best and downright insulting most of the time. This is all made for the sake of comedy and poor sophomoric taste. The skits are parodies, and any similarity to real people or stories is purely coincidental. Any insults hurled at any one human is made in jest. We're just covering our bases for when one of you skins your knee on an internet insult. We love you. Again, this is all a joke, whether you laugh or not. Not just the show, but this waking existence. The great cosmic giggle. Try not to take it seriously.
15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. We have a liftoff. Liftoff on Apollo. Now, I'm sure that most of you know the old story about the astronaut who went far out into space and was asked on his return whether he had been to heaven and seen God. And he said yes.
Greetings, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, and sentient artificial intelligence. Join us on this journey to find the others. Because no matter where we find ourselves in this multiverse, the act of existing is all too familiar.
Guys? Is anybody out there? Hello?
The mushroom has a tremendous problem-solving ability.
Herb is a plant. Herbs are good for everything.
As we look across this great expanse and stare at the stars, we can't help but be reminded these lights, though we're seeing them all at the same time, happen across a multi-billion-year delta. Some of those fires burned millions of years ago, some billions, but all of them happened so we could experience them in this one singular moment.
They called us scouts. They called us seekers. They called us Hoosier. But we were destined to question everything.
I don't know about you, but as for me, the question has already been answered. Should we be here? Yes.
It's morning time, you know. It's Hoso Show. It's Hoso Show. It's your fistful of beans. It's Hoso Show. It's Hoso Show. Stephen Craig, are you ready? Missouri, are you ready? Your fistful of beans.
Oh, did I have my microphone turned off for all that? God Christ. God Christ. Did I have my microphone turned off for all that? Probably not, because I know what I'm doing. It's the morning time. Welcome, everybody, to... No sound. No sound. It's Tuesday morning here in St. Louis, Missouri. Beautiful Oakville, St. Louis County, Missouri. And today we are going to get into it, folks. Thank you for joining us here on the Hooser Sophisticate Morning Show. I used to have a partner. He's gone. Could be dead for all I know. Tried calling him multiple times, texting him. And he said, you know what? I don't care about you. I don't care about you. He didn't say anything because he didn't. Can't hear you, bud. No sound. Okay, let me I went, good morning, time for your fistful of beans. Ow! Let's start with a little news and notes here, getting right into it, because we're going to shut it down at about 8, or as soon as Craig gets on here. As soon as Craig gets on here, I will be shutting this down. You guys know me. I'm all fired up. How's everyone's Halloween, by the way? Halloween was fucking terrific over here, okay? I got a 15-year-old and a 10-year-old. 15-year-old was doing his thing, like a good 15-year-old, kind of dressing up, kind of partying a little bit. And the 10-year-old, we went to Englandtown, which it's called New Englandtown and Englandtown, which if you know, I've been on that Revo shit lately, and I ain't trying to hear about New Englandtown and Englandtown, okay? I ain't trying to hear about that. Hello, Rachel. So here's the deal. My son's buddies call, and they're like, hey, we're going to this street. And, we all had, probably most of us had neighborhoods that were known as like the good neighborhoods for getting candy bars or doing whatnot. And we had a neighborhood by my old house in Carondelet Park where we would go, and they had big bags of candy, which blew us away. What's up, Julina? And so I kind of knew the play, but I always liked to do it in my own neighborhood. I'm going to some different neighborhood. No, man, this is my hood. I'll take little candy corns, I guess, or something, some crap candy. I'm not going to these rich places just because they're giving out full candy bars, okay? I'm staying strong in my home, dude. Well, this year, our street had about 6 or 7 people. We got a street of some nice houses down a little bit. Those were no one on that street, absolutely no one. So then we go over to Englandtown, and holy shit, did it fire me up for America. If you live in Englandtown, good job. Great job. The streets were packed. There were a lot of cars there, so I assume some people drove in, or if you're from the neighborhood, maybe you drove into your buddy's house. And I mean, as far as you could see, you could just see fire pits and little kids running around, families. There were, the people were asking, Cape Town and High Ridge was the place to trick or treat. Yeah, if you know any good neighborhoods, I want to do a little bit more research and try to find the best trick or treating neighborhood. I mean, people had their decorations up. One of the first houses we went to had a small, little like garbage bag coated haunted house thing, which was nice. I love when people get into it. It made me freaking proud to be an American. So I've been on this Revo shit lately, trying to understand what it means to really be an American. Like, what does it all mean, Basil? And no, Craig's still not here. And seeing the way the community was interacting was one of the most amazing things I've seen in a hot minute. We can do it. We can get together. What's crazy is I think they need to keep America so divided because there's nothing that can stop a united American spirit. Let me say that again. There's nothing that can stop a united American spirit. That's why they're always on our asses trying to get us divided all the time. That is it. Because if we ever unite our efforts, we are known as a force that nothing can stop. And when I saw this neighborhood, my God, it was just You know, like you hear all the Make America Great shit again, and you'll be like, yeah, cool, Make America Great again. What? When we were hosing down African Americans in the street? That was awesome. That was a really good time. Make America Great again when we were like, women couldn't vote, and if they got out of line, you had to give them a little slap. You had to give them a little choke and a strangle. Because sometimes they get a bit hysterical. And sometimes you got to give them a little choke, a little slap. Those aren't my words. That's Morgan Freeman. So, and there's teenagers there too. And these teenagers, you know, you kind of like annoyed by teenagers. Yeah, that's exactly it. United we stand, divided we fall. Absolutely. And there were teenagers there, and you know, you're thinking, oh, they're probably going to start some trouble or something. No, about a group of 4 or 5 teenagers. They each had a joke. So we kind of, you know, you kind of get stuck with like different groups as you go. Uh-oh, the collab cam man is here. The collab. Should I bring him on? Guys, or should I leave him hanging? Should I leave him hanging, or should I bring him on? I'm going to bring my boy on the stream. Show on the stream. Show. Uh-oh. There he is. There's the guy. Can he hear me? He's acting like he can't hear me.
I can hear you great.
Oh. What's up, sleepyhead? Hey,
what's
little
up,
sleepy
little guy?
You sleeping, little guy?
What's up, little guy?
Were you sleepy?
I'm a little sleepy guy.
Oh, don't be a little sleepy guy. I like that hat, dude.
Thanks, dude.
I like that hat. Say hi to everybody real quick.
Hello, everybody. Apologize for my tardiness. Thank you for the stars, Kimberly Mahoney. You're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. Who daddy is been burning the candle at, like, I don't know, 3 different ends? Hey, now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. Rock and roll. Sorry for my lateness.
Hey, see that? We're twins, man.
We are twins, dude.
We're twinning. Oh my God!
Flat on, bill.
Baby. Look, I got a red shirt on too,
dude.
Come on, dude.
You mooning me?
We're the red shirt, blue hat boys.
Nice.
After love. I turned on desktop audio.
Nothing.
Well, I don't have it on that one, so chill, dude. I got it on this one.
Oh, okay.
I got it on this one. I tried it on one. I didn't want to have a big fat echo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We were just talking about Halloween and how I went to
have a good one.
I went to England Town, buddy, New England Town, which
I make their pool passes.
Oh yeah, they do have a nice little park, nice little pool, butts up to Cliff Cave Road. It's a nice little.
I've never been over
slice.
there. I just make them in a little pool.
Oh, bud, you got to get over there. It's a great slice of Americana, dude.
Okay.
Like, it made me so sad and made me feel so worthless as a dad because I thought I was doing a pretty good job until I was like, I could have given my kids this life.
Until you went over to full-size candy bar land. You're like,
well, it wasn't even full-size candy bar land because you'd have to be a goddamn millionaire to hand out full-size candy bars. These were just people who were bought into America. They said, hey, here's the deal. We're going to start a little community here, okay? Everyone's going to look at their neighbor and say, hey, you may think differently than me, but guess what? You're white, so we're friends. And it's no, but it's like they bought in to the idea that we can all get together and the community can make these moments for the kids that are just outstanding, man. And that's what my life is revolving around at this point. I love it. Oh, you got to take your boy to work today?
Nope, we're good.
Because it's election day. Are you voting?
Oh yeah, I vote for all of the short ones.
You do vote?
Usually.
What's voting today? But you don't know anything. Why are you voting?
Yeah, no, I'm a big dumb idiot.
You're a big dumb idiot who oversleeps. How are you going to vote? This is what's wrong with the country. You got people like you waking up, rolling out of bed, and voting.
Uninformed voter.
Democrat all the way down. Duh.
That's right. Straight ticket. That's what I do.
That's fucking crazy. People are we're so fucked.
Blue no
dude.
matter who until next week, and then I'm red till I'm dead, dog.
Absolutely, man. That's what we're red till. Oh, we're red and blue.
Because I'm American.
I actually had to retire. I had to retire this shirt when I had kids. It says
because it says smoke 2 joints.
I know, and then I found it in my basement because, buddy, I did some fall cleaning.
You did?
You gotta come see the basement, dude. It looks
okay. I'll come check out your basement.
Come check out my basement, bud.
Dude, I've been on a mission for the last few days. I've been trying to break into basements for the last couple of days. I had a little journey, and like there was a talk on my little pilgrimage, and then they talked about they just slipped it in. It was like they wanted us to know they had a basement, but like that it was off limits, and so
like the Alamo.
Yeah, just like the Alamo, the psychedelic Alamo. So yeah, I was trying to figure out like I want to get in good enough to where they're like, you want to see what's in the basement? I always want to see what's in the basement.
Well, if they weren't going to show you what was in the basement, they ain't showing anybody what's in the basement.
That's right.
I heard your friend that you went with is still in the basement.
Maybe. Could be.
We haven't seen that thing for a while. I don't want to give away whether it's he or she, so I'll just say that thing.
Sure, that thing. They like that. They like that.
That thing you went to
being called
to the trip
thing.
with.
Good morning, Rick Sadler. Congratulations to you, Grandpa. Rick Sadler's your grandpa as of yesterday.
What a gilf. What an absolute gilf he is,
He
dude.
is a gilf, dude.
Oh, damn, dude.
Green thumb gilf.
Everyone congratulate that silver-haired gilf. His hair went immediately silver yesterday. I saw him. He had pictures. He had little boxers on, a white T-shirt, and black socks that had stirrups on them to keep him above his calf. He's really leaning into the grandpa thing. That's what my Uncle Alex... My Uncle Alex used to wear that at my grandma's. I'd wake up, and then he'd be in a white T-shirt, boxer shorts, black socks, and then the black socks had some sort of like sexy thing that went up around his above his calf.
Garter. Like
Yeah, I never quite understood that, but yeah, that was great when he would walk around the house in that. Really said a lot of mixed messages.
It's incredible. You can wear so many things and yet look so naked.
Absolutely, dude. I'm like, this is inappropriate. He also told me a story, and I don't know if I like dreamt this up or whatever, if this is real, but he was in the war.
Those uncle dreams are weird ones, man. I get
dude, he was in the war. What the fuck was his name? I forget. Uncle something. And he was in Korea or Nam, I guess, and his whole platoon had been wiped out. Now I've dreamt it up that he was in one of those piles of bodies, but he was alive, and then the soldiers came over and they're like shooting the dead bodies, and he didn't.
He was
get
covered
hit.
up with legs. He was covered up with legs. So he was
absolutely, dude. Where do you think I got it, dude? Where do you think I got that?
Yeah, because a shin bone will ricochet a bullet a lot quicker.
Absolutely. A neck will stop a bullet, though. We all know that. Necks stop bullets. King's like, I just woke up for this shit. This is what I wake up for. This is what I wake shit.
This is what I'm putting out into the world first thing.
Thanks, my guys. That pick was only for you, sweetheart, says Rick with the... Anywho, so this guy said he had some good war stories, and apparently he was jackassing around, and they're like, you're not going on this mission, you're cleaning the latrines, brother. And his whole platoon went out and got wiped out. Yeah. And he would tell this story with such glee that it was off-putting, to be honest.
Toilet. You make me clean fucking toilet. You get what you deserve.
This is what everyone gets for saying that about me. I had to clean my toilet with my toothbrush. But that's kind of a hot kink, toothbrush play.
Oh, yeah.
They call it
big
TNT,
Big
TBT,
into it.
toothbrush toilet. Absolutely, dude. TBT is where it's at, brother.
Yes.
So to wrap up that Halloween story, because you were out of town for Halloween, weren't you?
I was, and it man.
Do you want to get into that at all after I wrap up this?
Yeah, absolutely. We could do that after. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Dude, Craig, what did you trick or treat in your neighborhood when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Yours looked pretty good.
We had a good little neighborhood to trick or treat in, and then we would also hit my grandma's neighborhood in Bevo, which was pretty solid. We no matter which neighborhood we'd go to, we'd always have 4 or 5 blocks to be able to hit that were real safe, and pretty much everybody participated. I miss it. I think trunk or treats kind of ruined it a little bit.
Sure.
And then, but the best was my grandma lived over, in Holly Hills across from Crown Lake
Oh
Park.
yeah.
So
Yep.
that was full size candy bar land.
Yep.
People would open up their houses and have little miniature haunted house walkthroughs, and get through, and you get a fucking Snickers like that or something.
Oh yeah.
That was the
Ladue
good
of the South
stuff.
Side. That was
that was the good stuff.
Absolutely. I remember going into a couple parties there and seeing their backyards, because their backyards were kind of tiny on that little strip.
Yep.
But the amount of like landscaping and pool, and I'm like, what are you people doing in South City?
What we
dude?
doing?
Leave.
What we doing?
Leave.
But we had everybody else does.
We had a fantastic night trick-or-treating. Now, Ivan's boys, we were looking for his buddies, which was kind of hilarious, because he's like, all right, we're looking for a hot dog and a Minecraft character. And I'm like, all right, dude, well, let's do this thing. So it's kind of neat because Oliver was out. So it was just me, Ivan, and Jen. So we got to play like that. Like, come on, let's run across, let's go. And, I'm running with him and stuff. Kind of got to channel my inner 10-year-old.
Tell this story. I'm listening. Yeah, tell the story. I'm listening.
Okay, well, that was the end of it, so I'm going to extend this thing a little bit. Just to be, I want to soak up all of those moments that I possibly can now. Craig and I are hitting 2 different stages of our lives. He's hitting this wild, free, kids are grown up, wild stallion phase of his life. And I'm just a good, wholesome family man. Me and Rick just caring about the kids most of all. Good morning, Hippie Don. Good to see you on the Twitch stream, my man. Thank you. Are you talking about Cotton Hill? Says Elise Taylor. We're not. Rachel says, maybe it's one of those glass cages, like from You in the Basement. I'm not sure I understand what that means. I don't know about y'all, but I'm so ready for Saturday. You brought up Saturday. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Saturday, we have the Hooser Sing Along. I have no idea what we're getting ourselves into. Just to wrap that up, great job, England Town. Hit me with your favorite neighborhoods in St. Louis, and I'll probably hit them up, not on Halloween, just check it out. November 8th, North Dispensaries is putting together a thing where Craig and I will be leading it, and it's going to be a karaoke jam. Have you ever sang a song in your car or in your house and you're like, man, I'm just channeling my inner Freddie Mercury right now. Oh, man, I'm just channeling my inner Amy Grant right now. Oh, man, I'm just channeling my inner Engelbert Humperdinck right now. Oh, man, I'm just channeling my inner Sam Cooke right now. You ever think that?
We listened to Engelbert Humperdinck on the show the other Thursday night. It's good stuff.
Lesbian Seagull. Oh, and then
with me.
One of my favorite openings to our show ever. We get back from commercial. Plowsy's playing that. It's like, hello, all you fair-skinned lesbos. That's how we opened a radio show in St. Louis.
When you say we, I feel like you're not, accepting that it was you. You're just bringing us along. Lesbian Seagull.
Yeah, you know what? I want you to keep that same energy during the documentary in 20 years, all right?
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
When everyone's like, well, how did you guys become what you were? It was all my idea. That's great.
It was Engelbert Humperdinck. It was Engelbert Humperdinck.
My buddy here made a lesbo joke on a radio show. It really propelled us into the future. Yep. Can you say lesbos?
I think if you do it with love in your heart.
Absolutely. Because after I said that, I said something about I love you, I respect you, or something like that. It's like, damn, you can say whatever you want. Yeah, you can say kind of whatever you want. I do have some news and notes, but would you like to get to maybe your section of the tale?
I had
let us all know.
I had a full weekend.
Full bush weekend?
I did actually have a full bush weekend, and we'll get to that. So, long time coming. This is something that I've wanted to do. Honestly, I wanted to meet these people for 20-ish years, a little more than 20 years probably. But the whole Chapel of Sacred Mirrors, KOSM, is a place that like I helped crowdfund when they did like a Kickstarter however long ago. I mean, I think my dad was still around. It's been over 10 years. And it's an interesting deal. So it actually takes, I went on a little road trip. I went up to New York. I went to Wappingers Falls, New York. Which, buddy, I sent you a couple little videos.
You had me fired up. You had me fired up, dude.
Yeah. Well, when you get up there, there's a lot of revo. Just kind of all around you. And there's something
steeped in revo.
A little bit, yeah, feels a little older, feels a little more haunted. I was really looking forward to the Poconos Drive and the New York countryside drive in autumn, and it really was beautiful. I just took a million snapshots with my eyes because the cameras never do it justice.
Nope.
When you're in the car and you see the spectrum of autumnal colors, all of that was so awesome.
Vestigial.
Went to Vestigial. That's right. Went to KOSM. So we made sure up there they had a Demons and Deities Ball. They have it every year. They have a ceremony at Enthon. Enthon is this art church that they essentially built on their family property land there. It's 3 stories and a basement. But it's 3 stories of just all of Alex and Allison Grey's work, and then other artists that they love, so like, and they have in the basement, buddy, I was geeking out in not in the basement, but on the main floor they have a psychedelic reliquary for all of the saints of the psychedelic church, essentially.
Reliquary?
Yeah. So they have, Albert Hoffman's spectacles, Sasha Shulgin's, lab equipment, and then those are second. What are they called? Those are like second degree relics. They were something that they wore or used, and then there's first degree relics, which are actually pieces of them. So they have like a lock of Ram Dass's hair and a lock of Albert Hoffman's hair. Or whatever, some of Timothy Leary's ashes. All of these things.
And it's super curly, and you're like, I don't think that came from his head. They're like, it did.
He's talking about Ram Dass. He was talking about Ram Dass, and he's like, Ram Dass gave it to me, and he's like, you're not gonna do anything weird with this, are you? Which I thought was pretty funny. And Alex is like,
what do you think I'm gonna do?
Of your body to immortalize in a room.
Weird.
How weird can it actually get?
Yeah, dude, what are we doing here, bud?
Really, really cool. So that in that first room as we walked in, which it's probably like, I don't know, we'll call it 50-foot square, the building, so like 50 by 50 by 50 by 50, 3 stories, and it's a costume party. So when we pulled in, we were like, well, let's go do a little recon. Let's see what this place looks like in civvies. We're going to go in civvies, civilian clothes for the layman. We're going to go in civvies. And we're just going to see what it is that we're up against. Is there going to be a time? Are people going to come to the talk and then go to, like, are they going to go and get changed and then come to the party? Are people coming to the talk in, in full garb? And the guy was like, well, I would say that everyone's probably going to come in costume. We're like, okay, that's good. In that case, we should probably get back, maybe get a little grub in us, throw our costumes on, because we still got a little costume construction to do. We have all of the pieces, but we got to put some pieces together. Pretty elaborate. And, you know, going to this, in my mind, I think in both of our minds, is like, we're going to hang out with these world-class artists, you know, people that are fixtures at places like Burning Man and have had, you know, art galleries in Chelsea and New York City. And, you know, we don't want to show up with like some Spirit Halloween gear. You know what I mean? Like, we want to put a little effort into this thing. And so back in June, I think, is when I swooped the tickets up, or we grabbed the, you know, I made our friend aware of them. She got the tickets. And so we had like a lot of time. I called my sister-in-law, artist Ashley, who's done like some Hoosier events, some Hoosier paint events, things like that. And I was like, I need a mask. I need you to make me a cool mask. I want to commission you. And boy, howdy did she. So the idea is that you were just supposed to, yeah. I'll go grab it. But anyway, so we go up there and our friend OAT made her own. Incredible. Look, she was going as a seraphim.
It was fine.
A biblically correct angel, you know. And I was going as a DMT jester, which that's a whole other thing. But anyway, so we get there, and dude, the second we walk in, all eyes on me. Like, we were turning heads, bud.
Walk up in the room like fuck everybody but me. Tech Nine.
That's exactly how it went down. But I'm like the Chita Banana lady. So like, I'm wearing a very tall headpiece, and like having to.
You're Carmen Miranda in that joint, dude.
I was Carmen Miranda, 100%.
Hi, I'm Craig Miranda. Nice to meet you guys.
Craig Miranda, Carmen's great grandson. So we end up going there. We get a chance to kind of walk around, check out a lot of the art before they start seating us in the lecture hall, where they're going to give this talk. And so Enthon operates as like a church that they created. And so like once a month they have like these services, and there's a talk, this one surrounding, you know, deities and demons, and self and the God self was the title of the talk. And they went through like some Hieronymus Bosch stuff, and they were like talking about all these different interpretations of what happens in the afterlife, all of that. And then so that went on for like an hour, and then it was dance party time. They brought in Goldcap, who's like kind of a house DJ, very, very European DJ style. And then it was like, you're like free to roam the grounds of the property. And the house party was like actually in their house, away from the art church. And they had a massive, you know, bonfire, awesome fire spinners of all sorts. And then artists, you know, like Amanda Sage are just live painting there, like people that I have been geeking on forever, dude. Like, you know me, I like the people, like people that I have always felt out of reach, and I'm like, oh, all I had to do was go to a house party. That's it. Like that was easy. That was easy enough. Dude, everybody, they did a costume walk. Everybody looked really cool. It was really, really neat. At 10:30, we were doing a costume walk like through their library. Got a chance to introduce ourselves. People were going nuts for us, dude. It was so cool. Like, got to meet Alex Grey. Got to meet. She's gonna punch you in your face. You know that, right?
Good.
But it was so neat to get a chance to meet them, and also, dude, to watch how like into what I went there, and I was just like, I just want to, like, I'm going to like a cool artist party. I want to be something cool to look at. I want to be art. I want to be art myself, dude. Like I don't have anything else to bring to the party. I'm not gonna like I can't dance in this thing. Like I'm not gonna cut it up. I want to be art for you to look at.
No.
And boy was I.
No. I want to be art.
I want to be one of your French girls, dude. That's all I want to do. I drove to New York to just be one of their French girls.
Absolutely, dude. Who's the you're like a fucking modern day Andy Warhol, dude. You're getting there.
That was kind of there was some proper Andy Warhol types in this room. These are New York artists, you know.
Oh yeah, brother.
Dude, when we first got in, they're seating us in the lecture hall. I sit down next to this guy. His name's Paul. Paul's from Warsaw, Poland. Just the sweetest little guy you ever met. And I like picked up my phone and he was like, Spongel? And I was like, yeah, you know Spongel? Because like that's my wallpaper or whatever. And he's like,
you're like, how many Polacks does it take to change a light bulb?
to light.
He's like, oh, cool.
My new friends that I make and all of these things until and like our fans convince them to follow our
Hey,
show.
buddy, quit trying to ascend. I am going to drag you back down to the South City muck. Okay, quit trying
for
to
all
leave.
of you watching from all over the world that met me this weekend in my cool living art piece. This is my partner. He's a crab in a bucket.
Here's the guy I was telling you all about.
I tried to tell you.
Yeah, you get it now? You guys
I
get
tried
it
to
now?
tell you. Now you guys maybe see it. He was such a sweetheart. And he was like, well, my company has a place in Boston and in Warsaw. He's like, so I'm on a little bit of business in Boston. So he's like, I'm going to check. That might be a little close to this place in New York. I ended up driving about 5 hours, and here I am. I'm like, well, that's awesome. I'm glad to meet your acquaintance. He's like, whenever you come to Warsaw, buddy, I'm putting you up. He's like, get your phone out right now. What, you got WhatsApp? So we're on WhatsApp. We're getting it all together. We're planning a trip to Warsaw. So anyway, as the talk is going on.
Did you ask about me if I could go too?
I did. Yeah. He said I got room.
Okay, cool. I have an idiot friend who would like to come.
So we actually did get to this. So like we're sitting there having the talk. They start talking about this artist Elro. Elro did a show in Chicago earlier this year, and maybe San Francisco too. He's also kind of European house music kind of situation. Big though. I mean, tens of thousands of people at these shows. And he does this show called the Hallucinarium. And we'll have to send some pictures or whatever, but essentially it's like a giant Alex Grey land. It is nuts. I mean, it's the craziest thing you've seen. People are all walking around in similar type get-ups that we were in, just tens and tens of thousands of people. And they're like, so Elro's next production of the Hallucinarium is in Warsaw. And I look to my dude, and he looks to me, and he's like, "You're coming to Warsaw." I'm like, "Let's put it together." It's on New Year's. I was like, "Listen, man, I can't. I have a thing. my buddy.
Oh, we'll roast you from. You can be in Warsaw.
I'll tap in from Warsaw. Yeah. 7 o'clock in the morning. It'll be like this, and you guys will all be lubed up back at home at midnight. And I'm gonna be like, all right, guys, go ahead with the funny jokes.
Do your worst. Yeah, that's amazing. New Year's seems a little quick.
It was really cool.
A little quick turnaround.
I was like, well, dude, here's the thing. We're doing this roast situation. And he doesn't know what a roast is. I'm like, basically, a bunch of my friends are, there's a little bit of a language barrier. I was like, basically, a bunch of my friends are getting together. They're just going to make fun of me. And he's like, well, bring them. How many friends are you talking about? And I'm like, I don't know, 60 to 100. And he's like, well, tell them to reschedule it. You just come. He's like, you just come and hang. You can do that anytime. And I was like,
true.
You make a pretty compelling point there, Paulo.
Yeah, you could do that.
I could do that. But I'm not going to. I wouldn't do that to you. It means too much to you. It's too much to
Because
you to hang out with me on New Year's.
I got
Guys, it was amazing. It was so incredible, and there was a moment where we got to kick it and talk to Alex, and like he was so impressed that we made this pilgrimage, and he loved our costumes, and seeing him take pictures of us and like just cheesing ear to ear. It was just this weird kind of fanboy, cool full circle moment where we got to be and just kind of really hammered home that point that I've talked about before, which is like there's just cool shit happening everywhere, and it's way more accessible than I think any of us think it is in our minds. There's a way to go. Like it just feels like it's an invisible barrier between the two of us. Like it was I cannot tell you how many times I was asked or AT was asked, you guys, or they'd be like talking. They're like, well, clearly you guys have been here before. We're like, no, haven't been here before. They're like, oh, you look like veterans. God. You guys look like you know
everything.
You guys look like you know a lot about being around here. And I wasn't gonna say anything, but like a lot of his little talk in the psychedelic reliquary, I was like, oh yeah, I knew that.
Craig's like, I actually have a few things I'd like to say in the psychedelic
reliquary. Just add on to that real quick because you're forgetting.
Let me punch that up, Gray.
It was really cool.
That is neat. I mean, I was laying in bed, I think it was last night or the night before, after seeing some of the pictures of you and AT, and I'm like, yeah, if the devil was trying to get to me, he would try to get to me with these two people doing this kind of stuff. Because I was just having a hearty chuckle that if things ever did go awry for us, we got big enough, things went awry, pictures start resurfacing of stuff we've done. It's like, oh yeah, hey, here's like normal life, here's like doing Halloween, here's like some youth sports, and then you get up here and you're like, ooh, a masquerade party, and then like here you get to like the New York party you and Elise went to, and then right above that's like Epstein Island and Eyes Wide Shut and stuff. You guys are getting real close to it. But then I'm thinking, there's got to be a force for good with all of that weird little shit, you know what I mean? Kind of like the good ayahuasqueros versus the bad ayahuasqueros. Sure. So it's kind of nice to see people fighting for the side of light when you are knocking on the door of satanic rituals, my friend.
No, I'm not.
Oh, 100%. Just looks what. Imagine little Catholic Craig, 6 years old, and they show you pictures of that thing. You're going to be like, there's some devil shit going on.
What thing? Of like what I was wearing?
Yes. And the angel. We're not even supposed to look at the angels. We're not even supposed to look at them because they'll like blind us or something.
Yeah. The Seraphim, the highest choir of angels, by the way.
And you're not into devil territory? I think. See, this is exactly what, if the devil came in my life, this is exactly what he would be saying and doing. Anyone else getting that vibe? Anyone else? I'm not even the same person. This experience really did change me. Thank Christ. Because it was getting a little stale with the old version. I'm glad we got a 2.0 and old AT. But, I applaud it. I applaud. Yeah. Yeah, do a little spin. Yeah, no. Can you wear it front way?
Well,
are those slits in the eyes? So you can see?
No, because my face is painted on the front. So this.
Well, I know, dipshit. I was just wondering if those eyes have the capability of seeing.
Oh, they have mirrors. They have mirrors, so you can see yourself in them.
Oh, that's a mirror. Oh, that's sick, dude. How the F did she make that?
My sister-in-law is.
It almost looks like your big, stupid blockhead profile too, which is crazy.
Yes, I can.
Daddy, I need help.
Yep, I do have
help
to save
me, Daddy.
The day. I do have to save the day.
You gotta go drive?
Sounds like it. Got a couple more minutes.
Okay,
Sorry.
cool.
I have my microphone. I don't have my microphone. Sorry about that.
Who doesn't talk into a microphone? What an idiot. You yelled at me the last show. You yelled at me. I was talking to the microphone.
I just pointed. I didn't yell. I just pointed to it.
Yeah,
because
that's yelling.
I just wanted that.
That's
for
worse
me.
than
I
yelling.
just wanted that for me. I just wanted it for me. I thought it was kind of great.
I'd rather you yell at me.
To run through a quick couple things before I split, the party was amazing and it was soul fulfilling, and I'm just going to keep stacking my. I just want to keep questing, dude. I'm questing right now, bro, and there's a lot of cool questing stuff to be done out there. There's just cool shit happening everywhere, and I just want to check it out. I just want to check it out, see what's doing, and just party with the freaks, get together. And dude, some of the live art, I can't wait until it pops up on places like Thrada and online. Like, I'm going to see, I've been following a lot of these artists for, years, 10, 15 years. So to see them painting in the flesh, and I'm like, that'll probably run across my timeline here in the next couple of months when it's finished. Really cool stuff. But as we were leaving, we were grabbing a little bit of food, trying to figure out how we're going to maximize this trip. We're going to be going through Revo country, bud. And so we're like, this area is steep in American history and tradition. So originally we were like going to eat in Fishkill, which is just outside of Poughkeepsie, which is where we were staying. And we get to the place. It was like our Uber driver had recommended it. And then we get there, and there's just a line wrapped around the building. We're like, ooh, we can see why he probably recommended it. This is incredible. Well, we're like, all right, let's go find something else. We get driving down the road a little bit longer. We find a place that I think it was called like Pam's or something. Pam's on the Hudson. And it was, there you go, buddy. You might have to go underneath around. There you go. Dude, you are a patriot with that tricorn on. That's good stuff. You're a privateer, just like Thomas Jefferson's private Navy.
Thank you.
So we're like cruising along. I'm like, oh, well, we go to this new restaurant as we're eating, trying to figure out maybe what we're going to check out on the way out of town. Just something we can hit on the way. Hoping for anything kind of cool. Little did we know, pal, in Newburgh, New York, was George Washington's headquarters from 1789, I think, to 1793. I think that's what it was. Or maybe 1787 to 1791, something like that. So
post Revo.
This is right after we win the Revo. This is where number one's posting up. This is his headquarters. And you and I learned a little bit. We learned a little bit about that deal, which, guys, it almost all fell apart real quick after we won this thing. Dudes weren't getting paid. The federal government, because I think at the time the military relied on like basically voluntary payments from the citizens, and I think from the state legislatures. But the states would always find ways to like not make good on the dough. So like a bunch of colonels and generals and bad MFs were like, "Hey, look, fuck this. Let's run it back. We can take this whole fucking thing back over. They're not going to pay us. Okay." Mutiny, motherfuckers, mutiny. And George Washington's like, hey, wait a minute. Hang on a second. Guys, I need you to sit with it for a couple of days. 4 days time. He goes, after 4 days time, we're going to come up with the plan. I'm not going to be here. This is what George Washington says. I'm not going to be here. You guys are all going to meet. I'm going to get this thing figured out. I'm going to get your pay. I'm going to get you guys paid. You're going to get paid. He's like, I promise, George Washington, I promise you're getting paid, but I'm not going to be here. You guys, I want you guys to stew on this for the next 4 days and then make your decision after that. I'm not going to be here. So I can't remember who it was he was talking to. You run the meeting or whatever, right? 4 days later, these guys all meet. Old boy who was threatening the mutiny is like at the, he like comes into the meeting hall, and he like walks to the front of the room, sits down at the head of the table. He's ready to just tell these dudes, all right, they ain't make good, dog. It's time to go. As soon as he's about ready to like slam the gavel and start this talk, boom, doors get kicked in. Who's standing there? Jorge. Number one, dude, the boss man. He said he wasn't going to be there. Bullshit. He's like, I'm your fucking president. You think I'm going to miss this? You guys are important to me. It's important to me that you're all paid and that you are properly rewarded and also thought of by the American people to whom you've given freedom.
Yep.
Okay.
This
all
is
these
bigger
dudes
than
are
us.
like this, and that's exactly right. This is bigger than us. We're gonna get you paid, and he did. I think that was when his boy Alexander Hambone Hamilton got them. They started working on Congress, making sure that all of our all of our military aged gentlemen that fought were gonna get paid. And it was really cool, man. It was pretty neat. And when you see the tower, it looks down into the Hudson River Valley. Nobody was sneaking up on us, dog. No one was sneaking up on us. We had them bottlenecked in the deal. I do have to I apologize for my short stint this morning. But dude, this is what is up. New York, it was pretty cool. We got to go up there and do just a little Revo tour because there's more than I even know what. Like, there's just so much. Everywhere you stay, everything feels old. It feels stained with the blood of farmers and limey redcoats. Everything just feels a little old and a little different. Everything's a little different. Also, our Uber guy was like talking about the time he came to Springfield, Missouri with his daughter. And we were like, oh, well, yeah, that's
Silver Dollar
actually
City?
No, for Mansfield, because that's the home of Laura Ingalls Wilder. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
That is terrific. You guys, those pictures you were sending me, I was pretty juiced. I was
pretty jazzed. I was upset that on Sundays they're not open because I was really wanting to get in it. I wanted to lay in Martha's bed, do the thing. You know what I mean? Just do the real tour.
Pretty funny story. I was showing Jen pictures that Craig was sending me of the Revolutionary War, and she's like, oh, that's neat. And then he sent me another one. And the first one was like, here's where George Washington's headquarters were. And on the left, you'll see the Hudson River Valley. And on the right is the area where they would all meet. And then I was like, oh, that's cool. And then the second video he sends me, I'm like, oh, Jen, check this one out. And I open it up and it says, see that right there? That's where Martha was getting her back blown out everywhere. And Jen's looking at me like, you, how dare you? How dare you talk about the Revo like that? I'm like, it wasn't me. It was Craig. It was Craig Kohler.
We got deep in the Revo. I'm out of here, bro. Give you a buzz a little bit later on. We're going to make something pretty cool. I got some ideas I want to holler at you about. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in for me. Steve's going to take it home from here. I'm going to get this kid to work. I love you guys like toast.
Love you, buddy. Have a great day.
Kawabonge.
No, don't do that yet. Record that. Send it to
Kawabonga.
Send me a video of you doing that, and then I'll play it for the end. Now we can start having some fun, everybody. We got rid of that guy. About time is what everyone in the chat says. About time. Oh, this show finally got good. Ken says, wow, now it can be a good show because Craig's leaving. Billy on the chat says, oh, Craig gone. Hooray! I don't agree with any of the chat people, but if you want to come and chat with us, we are live on Twitch, we're live on Facebook, and we're live on Twitter. You search Hoosier Sophisticate, you can find. Why am I telling you guys this? You guys are all in here. You guys all know it's our morning crew. This is our morning crew, guys. This is what it's all about. Now, I did a bunch of work last night, so I'll be damned if I don't get some of this off my brain here. So we got some AI stories. What I want to do with this morning show is make you more interesting people. This way you can go into a conversation and bust something out, and the person you're talking to is going to say, what? This person must be a brilliant genius. So that's what we're going to do. Have a great day, friends. No one needs to leave, okay? I'm still here. I'm still going to do 8 more minutes. Craig left. Why is the viewership going down so much? Just kidding. It's skyrocketing. Oh, God, he's still here. He's still here. I could still hear him. I got 5 news and note stories from Good morning, America. It's Tuesday, November 4th, 2025, and if you're waking up with the Hoso Show, and you're waking up with the Hoso Show. Let's dive into the 5 biggest AI and tech stories shaking the world this week. Buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride. Big Tech just dropped a financial nuke. In the third quarter alone, Microsoft, Google, Meta, and Amazon spent nearly $80 billion on AI infrastructure. That's $400 billion projected for the full year. $400 billion. You just I check out when I hear numbers like that. I'm like, $400 billion? Yeah, that's crazy. It's so much more than $25 billion. What? Microsoft's CapEx, $34.9 billion in one quarter. Meta's guidance up to $72 billion. Google, $93 billion. Amazon, over $100 billion next year. But here's the kicker. Investors aren't cheering. Shares dipped after earnings. Why? Because Wall Street's asking the billion-dollar question, where is the profit? Analysts are now whispering dot-com bubble 2.0, trillion-dollar valuations built on data centers and GPUs, but no clear path to cash flow. We are in a race for AI right now. I don't know if you saw Elon on Joe Rogan. I don't know if that was pulled up in any of your far-right circles. But, yeah, Jennifer's not leaving. Yeah! She's just telling her friends to have a great day. But Elon was on Rogan, and he was talking about the best case scenario with AI. And I'm still holding out hope for that. I think the whole point of this was to create AI, and AI will help us get to the next level of humanity, which is traveling throughout the stars and the planets. So I think we'll do that. Nvidia hits $5 trillion. Yes, $5 trillion. Move over, Apple. Nvidia just became the first company in history to hit a $5 trillion market cap. That's more than the GDP of every country except the U.S. and China. Nvidia's GPUs are the pickaxes of the AI gold rush. Demand is so high, the company's projecting $500 billion in AI chip sales this decade. But with Trump's tariffs looming and China trade talks heating up, Nvidia is now a geopolitical superpower. One chip delay could crash global AI timelines. And if you haven't seen how the chips are made, it is wild. They have to use some sort of perfectly pure silica, I believe, and the measurements and the way it has to be built is so almost molecular, almost atomic. So to make them is super hard, and I know they try to make a bunch of them, and then how pure they are, they get put into certain levels. It's a wild deal. If you want to check out Nvidia's chips, I guess just Google it or fucking find a YouTube video. I don't have a link for you or anything. Breaking overnight, Amazon is slashing 14,000 white-collar jobs. The biggest corporate cut since 2023. HR, advertising, Prime Video, and even AWS. No department is safe. Translation, AI is replacing middle managers. Chatbots now handle HR queries. Algorithms optimize ad buys. Jassy says it's about removing bureaucracy. He's the CEO, Andy Jassy. Employees are calling it AI displacement. Over 108,000 tech layoffs this year and 17,000 directly tied to AI. AI's coming for the jobs. Yes, I get that. What we need to do is ensure that we still have jobs so we can usher in AI. The way I look at it is that we are all receiving high-end digital and maybe even what's the fucking difference in digital? Manual? No, that's physical. We may also have physical helpers and assistants with, I don't know if you saw the new robot, the Neo, that thing. I posted something about it in the group. It's like having a roommate who's addicted to ketamine, because this guy, it's trying to like do the dishes and it can barely, and there's a guy in your house doing it just with a VR headset trying to do it. It's a weird thing. But there's a new robot out. It has like a pillow body. It's crazy. But I can't wait for that. We're all going to get AI assistants. We're all going to, I don't know if we're going to make more money or if we're going to have to figure out a way to make our dollars spend more, but there will have to be some sort of probably UBI. I mean, shit, in Saudi Arabia, I think they give their people money to buy their first home. The way this country operates, we shouldn't have such a problem as people in the working class be able to rise. And I don't know. I don't know how I feel on that, because the grind is part of it. Now, I haven't seen, I'm in construction, so things are going fairly well. So I haven't seen all of the craziness the media is talking about. I do feel a little bit of a pinch on my dollar, but anytime I do that, I feel like I just have to go work harder, or work more, or be smarter about trying to get money. People want to pretend they can create God or be God. AI hustle culture is the new ego. Interesting. Yeah, all of these guys running these AI companies, some big egos there, and it's a race to be the first one to AGI. But creating all of these different AIs is kind of interesting. It's like creating different gods. And as far as like the AI and Palantir and all that stuff, I did have a thought about where we test this out at. Let's test it out at the CEO level. Let's test out all of the tracking software. We're going to test that on all of the CEOs from all the major companies. And that way the people can see what they're up to. Because it's really not fair that they get to see what just the Gen Pop is up to. Let's do a test run with them, see what CEOs are doing, because we got the Abercrombie CEO getting crazy. We just had that guy in New York, the Wall Street guy, not too long ago, doing just all sorts of deviant shit. Thank God Puff Daddy was released or whatever. He was acquitted of most of his trial. Thank God. So he didn't do anything. Epstein didn't do anything. But there are some weirdos out there who are doing weird shit. So we do have to keep an eye on that. Let's see if I got any more. Here we go. Musk, speaking of Musk, he just declared war on Wikipedia. Meet Grokopedia, an AI-generated encyclopedia with 885,000 articles, launched Sunday by XAI. Wikipedia is woke propaganda. Grokopedia is the truth, powered by Grok. That's what Musk says. But it says, I think it said something about it being far right wing and transphobic already. At the launch, the sat crashed from traffic. Yeah, the New York Times warns of amplified misinformation from Grok's biases and Musk's favoritism. But I am looking this up on Grok, so that's kind of interesting. And then we have the humanoid robot 1X Neo debuts. That's the Norwegian robot I was talking. It's Norwegian-founded, Palo Alto-based. 1X Technologies unveiled Neo on October 28th, 2025. The world's first consumer-ready humanoid robot. Are we ready for robots in our homes? Things are getting good. It's getting good out here. The main thing we have to do is remember what our brothers and the sisters in the Revolutionary War were doing. We were united as a country, and we can get back there. because I mentioned this earlier in the show, nothing can stop a united American spirit. So I get why we're racing towards this AI thing, but it almost seems odd when you do a little research on the Revo and how many of these guys in power are saying they're really struggling with the greatest good. And every one of our leaders now, except a select few, they make every decision on how is this going to financially benefit me. And everyone in this fucking country, most people go, yeah. How is it? That's great. You should make every decision based on how it's going to financially affect you. That's dumb. That's a dumb way to look at it. I mean, there are some instances where it's like, oh, you do this, you're going to make a lot of money. You do this, you're going to be broke and die penniless and alone. That's a different story. But if you're already doing the damn thing and you get offered a little bit more money to make life worse for everybody around you, man, it doesn't matter. Like if a CEO or if someone in the pharmaceutical industry, if they kill or harm or maim, as long as they made enough money off of it, the American public's like, that's kind of the goal, isn't it? Whatever we have to do to get it to maximize profit. And I think that's a big problem. And most people are waking up to that. I noticed a few years ago when the aunts and uncles, well, more the aunts because the uncles have always been on this shit, but the aunts are like, I have some questions about World Trade 7. And it's like, damn, you do? That's great. And now we're getting to the point where we're all kind of seeing through the bullshit. They have been inundating us with so much bullshit. And by they, I mean the media and the billionaires with enough money to make change. That is the they. And they're coming for us. They're coming for every inch of our time, every inch of everything. That's why getting together on these mornings, having a chat with our friends, AT, JB, Level Up AV, Julina, Benny Benz, Ricky Ricks, Rachel, Katie, those are the people in the chat. Those are the people we need to surround ourselves with. Those are the people we need to make memories with. Those are the people that we are kin to. We're kin to them. We need a little bit of that Revo energy. We need a little bit of that post 9/11 energy. And even though there are times when I think, God dang, this place is cooked as a country, something real deep down inside of me, real deep down, says, nah. In this movie, we ain't going out like that. We're going to make change. We're going to get together. We're going to organize. We're going to fill our hearts with so much love and light that the darkness just can't handle it. God, that's so gay. That's okay, though. So I feel it. There's an inner monologue in me that's like, dude, the two wolves saying, one's going, eat them all, nom, 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 eat them up. And the other one's taking a dump in the woods and kind of doing that thing where like a dog will, like almost like, damn. Two wolves inside of you. Which wolf are you going to choose? Guys, that's the show for today. Have a glorious day. I do appreciate all of you being here. It's hard to explain how much this group and the people have become a part of my life. And I almost tried to deny it when it's not. It's like, it's not that. Then I see all you people and some of you that have been around for years. God damn, good work. Good work. I do feel like this group is consistently trying to make each other better on a day-to-day thing. And it's glorious. Keep it up. You guys are the real rebels, the real patriots. Go out there today, suck today's tits, and make it a good one. Happy Hanukkah.
It's morning time, you know. It's Hoso Show. It's Hoso Show.
Love you guys too. Love you guys too.
It's morning time, you know. It's Hoso Show. It's Hoso Show. It's your fistful of beans. It's Hoso Show. It's Hoso Show. Stephen Craig, are you ready? Missouri, are you ready? Oh, fistful of beans.